I'm great. How are you?
Good.
All right, we're sure on time. All right. The things I've asked some people about is if they know anything about the two votes, if you have any alliances that you want to share, and then just how you feeling in general. And if you want to prioritize some other juice piece of information you have, you're welcome to.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get to it. Okay. So, do I know anything about the two votes? I have my suspicions, but I don't think it was Brent and Whitney. Whitney swore on her kids, and I was like, you don't got to do all that. I believe you. It's week 2. And then Brent also seemed confused about it. My thought was that it was them too, just because of how close they are to Frenchie, and I guess Frenchie was the one who orchestrated the whole thing. But I don't think it was them. It obviously wasn't Claire and Tiffany. So I'm kind of racking my brain, like, who could it have been? I don't know anything. Okay, now you said alliances.
Well, in the alliances, here's the premise, though, too. We all signed up for this game.
Yeah.
Part of the game is that if somebody approaches you and says they want to work with you, you're not allowed to say no.
You have to say yes. Yeah.
And we know that. So, like, that's why I'm like, I put my green cup here, I have green too, because I literally was like, I want everybody to have the green light to share if you want to. And you can share just yes, or you could share names, literally your comfort, up to you.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously my team, that's like a built-in alliance that all of us have.
Yeah.
But then the only alliance, like my primary loyalty is going to be to you,
Us.
X, me, Tiffany, Big D, and Asa.
But I mean,
Plain blank, period.
So has there been any alliances that have approached you?
Yes, Frenchie did approach several people. And he's made multiple side alliances. And he was like, listen, I want to start an all-girls alliance. And I want this to be the first successful all-girls alliance in history. But in my head, I'm thinking, okay, I don't need an all-girls alliance to be started by a man and led by a man.
Yeah.
So I was just like, oh, yeah.
What do you call it? How do you lead it with?
Like a how? Tell me how that makes sense.
No, I mean, was there a name for the alliance?
And he suggested a name.
What was it?
The French Kisses.
Okay.
We're like, oh, yes, Frenchie.
Was this all of the girls in him? Or any girls out? Who girls weren't in it?
Whitney wasn't asked to be a part of it, and Alyssa wasn't asked to be a part of it.
Okay.
All of us were asked, and we were all like, oh, Frenchie, you're the HOH, sure.
Yeah,
but as soon as Frenchie walked away, we were like, we don't need a man to carry us throughout this game. That's just not who we are as women.
Okay. So would you like to see some